Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you about my new 29-gallon Reef aquarium. So first I'm going to go ahead and talk about the equipment and stuff I have in the tank, and then we'll go ahead and move into fish and coral and stuff like that. So this is basically just a 29-gallon tank. I got it at Petco for $29. Super basic. I went ahead and took some spray paint and painted the back black. And I think that was a really good idea because all of the equipment and stuff just kind of blends in better, like my auto top-off sensors and filter intakes. You can't see them as clear as you would on a clear background, so the black background painted was the way to go. For gravel, I'm just using Carib Sea, the Hawaiian black sand or whatever it's called. It's the same stuff I had in my Fluval Evo. I just went ahead and picked up another bag. It's fairly cheap and it's live sand, and I like it quite a bit with this rock. So this is the live rock that was in my Fluval Evo. The rest of this is all just normal reef rock I got from Amazon. It was like 40 pounds, and it came with a whole bunch, all the stuff you see here, plus like 3 more pieces. One that was like way too big to even fit in this tank. So I have that big piece and then a few other smaller pieces just set aside for another project or something. This right here you see is about probably 30 pounds of just white rock from Amazon. It was like 40 bucks, great deal, and so far it's working out pretty nice. For a lid, I just went and got a window screen kit from Lowe's, which is this trim you see right here, and then went ahead and ordered some plastic clear mesh on Amazon, which is this stuff right here, and made my DIY lid so fish don't jump, like the firefish won't jump out of the tank. So this right here is my Reef LED light. This is my Marineland light. It's specifically made for a reef tank, and I actually made a video just on this light itself, so you can go ahead and check it out. But so far, it's done really good, and it's keeping my coral alive and healthy. Now, here's where things get a little complex. So right here, we have my first filter. This is just an aqua clear filter. There's some stuff on top of it. This is just nothing. It's just kind of irrelevant stuff. But this is my aqua clear filter. It's the aqua clear 50, and it's loaded with biological filtration and mechanical filtration. This is basically the main filter that runs this tank. Now, this is my second filter. This is an Aquatech 20 to 40 gallon filter, which I modded to have a slower flow, and I also modded to grow Chaeto. Right now there's no Chaeto in it because I'm actually waiting for that to come in, and this is going to be a mini refugium to house copepods and stuff like that for some of my fish that are in the tank. But this is basically just a refugium, also to add some more flow to the tank. And then over here is my third filter. This is the Coral Life Marine filter slash skimmer. It does have a protein skimmer right here, which is currently off because of some stuff I added to the tank. It says to turn the skimmer off, so that's what I did. I'm still on the edge about this filter. Basically, it's a hang-on back filter by Aqueon that they went ahead and threw a protein skimmer on. Also, here's my heater. It fits right into the filter, which is a cool little benefit to this filter. That is the Aqueon 100 watt preset heater. It's done good so far, keeping the tank warm enough, but not too warm. So basically, like I said, it's just an Aqueon hang-on back filter that they put a skimmer on. But some of the stuff I don't really like about this filter is it's extremely loud. I'm going to go ahead and turn the skimmer on right here, which is just done by a little air control valve. And you can hear it taking in the air. And then also, if you look into the tank itself down here, you can see it blows out a ton of micro bubbles. I really don't like all the micro bubbles in the tank. It's really annoying. My rock work actually is slowly producing some micro bubbles. You can see some kind of rising up from the rock. Not quite sure what that's all about, but these micro bubbles are really annoying. I'm hoping once I run the skimmer for a few weeks, it will go ahead and they'll kind of stop, and it will just kind of be part of the skimmer breaking in. But for now, I'm not super impressed with this skimmer. A local fish store I know actually uses one of these on their frag tank, and it looks like it does really good in their tanks. I don't know what the deal with mine is. I think it just needs to break in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the skimmer off until I need to turn it on, which will be as soon as my little bacteria supplement I went ahead and threw in here is done. So I'll probably turn the skimmer on tomorrow. So I don't really know what to think about the skimmer quite yet. I'll go ahead and try it out for a little bit longer and see how I like it. My last piece of equipment on this tank is my Hydor Auto Top Off. There's the sensor right here. And here is the control unit, and then down there is my reservoir. I don't exactly know how I feel about this Auto Top Off yet. The one thing I don't like is that it's a huge gap between the max prong, which is right there, and the minimum prong, which is at the bottom. Meaning that a lot of water evaporates before it kicks in, meaning my salinity gets up pretty high over time before the Auto Top Off kicks in. This, I feel like the sensors should have been closer together, but they're not, so that kind of sucks. I'm just going to go ahead and wait it out and just see how it works. If I see any signs of stress from the big salinity changes, we'll go ahead and make the according adjustments. Now we'll go ahead and do livestock real quick. We'll start with the macroalgae. That thing of macroalgae was from my fluval tank, not doing so good. Same with this right here. I'm hoping the Kato will do a little bit better than this other macroalgae is doing. But anyway, here are the corals. So I got these corals for free. Actually, I got these coral and some fish for free off Let Go. Basically just like Craigslist. Someone was taking down their tank and then just gave me a whole bunch of stuff. So I got this coral right here. And that tiny little candy cane coral, which isn't doing so hot. The other corals are doing good. And then I have this big piece of GSP right here, green star polyp or something like that. But it's doing pretty good too. There are some white little flowers or whatever they're called on there. But for the most part, it's doing good. Now for the fish, we have that firefish. That's the fish I got for free with the coral. I also got this clownfish right here for free, as well as this blue damsel right here. This smaller clownfish is actually my clownfish that I had in my Fluval Evo, which also seems to really love hosting that coral a lot like an anemone. And then in addition to my other snails and crabs as a cleanup crew, I do have this little tuxedo urchin right here. That is pretty much it for the overview of this tank. I will be adding a few more things to this tank. I did get one more fish for free when I picked up those other corals and stuff. A psychedelic goby, or basically a mandarin dragonette. So I'm working on getting my copepods built up a ton. I also just been buying copepods regularly from my local fish store to feed it. It's in a different tank right now, getting fed with copepods just to make sure it's in tip-top shape. It was really fat and happy. All these fish did come from another 29-gallon tank, so they should do just fine in this 29-gallon tank. But I will also be adding a very controversial fish to this tank. A lot of people will probably say I shouldn't be adding this fish, and then a lot of people will be on my side saying it will be okay. We'll go ahead and talk about that in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.